Welcome back to another episode of 40 Facts About the 40K Universe. I am your host, Gershwin, and you were watching One Mind Syndicate. Today we continue talking about the Imperium as we get into the Chirurgeon, or Chirurgeon. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. We post Warhammer 40K content every 12 hours. And of course, if you have any suggestions for topics of Warhammer 40K that you guys would like to see a video about, don't forget to comment down below. But with that said, let's get into 40 facts on the Chirurgeon. The secrets of the flesh are closely guarded lore within the Imperium. Just as the Adeptus Mechanicus jealously protects the rites and rituals governing its technology, so too do others hoard knowledge about the human form. Chirurgeons have been ushered into these hidden ways, peeling back the skin of a biological science to gaze upon its wet, raw beating organs. They see the understanding of the blessed form of man and other biologies as a paramount to life, either to preserve it or to control it, and can become obsessed with perfecting their understanding of such matters. Some may come from the ranks of the Adeptus Mechanicus biologists, others serve as Imperial Guard medics or Adeptus Sororitas sisters of the Ordo Hospitaller. Some may have operated as ungilded habdogs, pharaoh shaman healers, or personal medilords to spire rulers. Their abilities place them in a position of great power within the Imperium, gifted as they are with a talent to either heal or harm, depending on their own whims and those of their lords. As such, a good chirurgeon can always find a place as a torturer, his ability to cause pain a vital commodity within the hierarchy of Imperial society. More than a talent of torture or a skill at mending mangled bodies, the chirurgeon is defined by his thirst for knowledge and a drive for experimentation, often at the expense of his patients and their well-being. It is an obsessive drive that can lead to great discoveries and triumph, but also to the creation of abominations, which are never meant to be. The science of the body and mind are shrouded in mystery within the Imperium, secrets privy to a specialized few. As an acolyte, the chirurgeons gain free rein to practice their arts and find no shortage of subjects, be they for healing or harm. Principal among the gifts of the chirurgeon is the ability to mend broken flesh, shattered bones, and twisted minds, either replacing them with augmentations or grafts, or by means of complex surgery, before returning an acolyte to service. Whereas a battlefield trooper or gang skin stitcher might know the basics of last burning to cauterize a wound or binding a bleeding limb, a chirurgeon transcends these through devotion and skill to preserve and cure. In his hands, flesh can be made better than before. What the chirurgeon does is often not just medicine, but art, manipulating the flesh into new and superior configurations. Healers exist on all worlds, though their form and abilities can vary widely depending on societal factors and local taboos. The biologists of the Adeptus Mechanicus contain specialized chirurgeons entrusted with the secrets of the human form. Here they learn the mechanics of the flesh and how to emulate it with blessed technology, though some might heretically seek to better it if possible. The Imperial Guard perhaps has the greatest number through the sheer size of its armies across the galaxy, with each regiment containing many medics. With the talent for healing also comes the talent for harm, and Inquisitors have great call for chirurgeons and his skills where it comes to bleeding the truth out of their prisoners. Many Inquisitors have a raw ability when it comes to putting someone into question, trading pain for truth. The chirurgeon, however, can keep a subject alive almost indefinitely and in constant, excruciating pain. A good chirurgeon is inventive in his torments, as he must be to overcome the hatred and resilience of some of mankind's foes, and in times grow to have a large repertoire of torture at his ready disposal. Chirurgeons do not just heal the injured or interrogate prisoners, they must also be intellectuals and researchers, plunging into the depths of Imperial secrets, or keeping the ancient lore of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Those that operate outside the boundaries of the machine cult must tread with care, the Mechanicum having little patience for those that dabble in the mysteries of science. This usually means they must conduct their research in secret, hiding from the eyes of the Imperium, safeguarded by their service to an Inquisitor. Many rogue surgeons have found a place within a warband when they are persecuted by the Mechanicum for their crimes, an Inquisitor finding a useful place for their talents. Others are hunted, leaving a trail of monstrous failures and stacks of hidden bodies in their wake, finding a refuge for their madness in the service of a higher purpose. The Adeptus Mechanicus is one source for one that has chosen the path of the chirurgeon, plucking him from his upbringing to serve the Omnissiah and delve into the secrets of the biologists. This is especially true should he come from a hive or forge world, working daily besides those that have taken their oath to the machine god. By the time the Chirurgeon comes to serve an Inquisitor, the stamp of the machine cult is often firmly upon him. Only the shadows of his former life remained, hiding under augmented limbs and artificial organs. A man who has learned the skill of the Chirurgeon outside the rigid structure of the machine cult is often more an expression of the world that created them. Shrine World Chirurgeons master the healing arts as a divinely inspired path, tending to the flocks of faithful. Like the Inquisition, the Ministorum makes great use of Chirurgeons as torturers, though for many different reasons. A skilled Chirurgeon can make a name for himself as a redeemer, using pain as a tool not to extract the truth, but to cleanse the soul, searing away the taint of sin with agonizing precision. Even without the use of advanced technologies, a Chirurgeon can find a place in society. Many Pharaoh world shamans, witch doctors, and spirit healers represent gifted minds. While their methods might seem antiquated and their means backwards, these primitive Chirurgeons can still do wondrous things with the flesh of man, their stone blades, and foul brews just as potent as many mechanicometic technologies. Many of these kinds of Chirurgeons also find a home within the Imperial Guard, as the medical officers for regiments raised on their worlds, given basic battlefield training, and then thrusted into the fires of war to tend to those maimed in combat. For acolytes seeking to remain alive in the service of the Emperor, a Chirurgeon is a valued and essential member of a group, no matter his origin. And those were 40 facts on the Chirurgeon. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope I pronounced it right. It could be pronounced Chirurgeon, or I could have just said surgeon, but I think you guys got it. Dark Heresy is just an amazing fountain of lore. It's incredible on how they expand on so much of Warhammer 40K that you don't really think about, because we do have medics in the Imperial Guard. You got Mad Docs with orcs. Basically, healers are in every faction, but you never think about how they're used and what goes into it until you start reading a Dark Heresy book. So I definitely recommend you pick up the Dark Heresy rule books, whichever rule books you find. If you have to buy them on eBay or go to your local secondhand bookstore, they usually have Dark Heresy or Warhammer 40K codexes, but the Dark Heresy stuff is really great, even if you don't play the game. Like, we would probably never play Dark Heresy just because we don't have the time, and you need a special type of group in order to play. We don't have that. But just pick up the codexes or the rule books just to read the lore. The lore is absolutely amazing, so I would definitely recommend you guys doing that. And it's funny because Warhammer does a really good job of creating misery and just sadness, I guess grim darkness, with whatever it touches. So something as simple as a medic who brings life to those who are in need has turned into a torturer. It's crazy how things can be twisted so easily in Warhammer 40k. Like, you even think of like the military, which is supposed to be this honorable thing, and nope, they're just vat-grown teenagers who are given gas masks and sent to the battlefield to kill the enemy. Who that enemy is doesn't matter. They're just there to die. So they put a grim twist to everything. I'm pretty sure you could even get like a simple dog walker, the profession of a dog walker, and 40k would say it's not really a dog walker, it's actually a man who's picking up or training attack dogs or training familiars to spy on citizens, blah blah blah. It's crazy how 40k is just so grimdark. But again, always keep writing fan lore, keep spreading the word of the grim darkness of 40k. Like these videos, share them with your friends, just because we have to kind of push back on that whole kid-friendly version of Warhammer 40k that they're trying to push out with the, what is it, the Warhammer Adventure stuff. Not that it's bad, I mean, I get it. They're trying to bring a whole new audience, and they're trying to attract an audience that's within their market, because it's more lucrative to go after the kids and then the parents who want to get their kids involved but don't want them to see the Demon Kulabo stuff. They want to let them see, like, you know, little cool kids fighting heretics and whatnot. So I get all that, but at the same time, we can't lose the grim darkness and the metal of 40K. So write your fan lores, spread the word of videos like this, and just like really just imagery. Mess around with the new stuff that's coming out. You know what I noticed? I've been telling you guys I've been working on my Inquisitor army. The Inquisitor that I created was based off of the Age of Sigmar stuff, and a lot of the Age of Sigmar stuff is really getting like, I guess, like censored in a way, whereas they don't really show, like, they'll show skulls and stuff, but they don't show as much like blood and guts and stuff like that, which I found kind of interesting, especially with the Age of Sigmar stuff. I wonder what's going to happen when the Slaanesh demons come out, because that's coming out this year. I wonder if we're going to see more, you know, what's typical of Slaanesh. So boobs and like naked bodies and whatnot. Also interested in if we do get new orc creatures, are they gonna look savage, or are they just gonna look like the big bulky guys from Age of Sigmar, the orc clan thing? But we'll see. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to share it with your friends. Don't forget we have a Patreon. If you guys want to support us over there, it's a simple $1 a month. It helps us create more videos for you guys. Because of that, we've been able to create a new video every 12 hours for you guys. So 40K content galore from us, thanks to you supporting us on Patreon. If you can't support us on Patreon, simply like, comment, share. All that stuff really helps out the channel. Thanks for everything, guys, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. This was Gersh1 with One Mind Syndicate signing out.
Always used to put my freedom first in any situation.